Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovely. I came across this video on my For You and I thought to share where this pink colored woman is actually, getting a lot of backlash from left, right, and center for giving a Ray and C's a platform. Like, she even goes as far as to reveal the kind of person that she is. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together, because this is actually an eye opener to those of these people who sometimes believe, some painkillers women who decided that they are now on the side of black people. Like, black people really need to watch out for people like this. Leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and let's dive into it.
This is going to come with a trigger warning, unfortunately, because the video I'm about to play you is me on a live explaining to a panel why we don't have to platform everybody in the pursuit of reaching across the aisle.
I've never tried to get in a live as hard as this, because I think this is important. You earlier, when you were going to bring me up an hour and a half ago, you asked me if I was going to do it out of love and like have a nice cordial conversation. And the answer is yes. But not for this. It's for the love of like other communities who are deeply affected by shit like this. Okay, I'm just gonna show you this. I'm gonna play it because I think it's important. You might think that you're like playing with kid gloves, but coddling this shit is really bad.
Talking about 100 men versus one gorilla, who would win? Bitch, I'm a gorilla. I'm gonna put it to you like this: not only would I unalive all 100 men that come my way, I will attend their funerals and take their woman from them afterwards. You ain't never heard that once you go silverback, you never go back? Well, hell, I might want to think about this. I might do even worse. I'll keep you alive, but I'll rip your bananas off, okay, like Lorena Bobbitt. And then I will take your woman. What do you call a picture of me with my arm around your girl, smiling like this? That's called gorilla cheese. One of y'all gonna have a wife named Manila. I'm gonna take her. We gonna call that Gorilla in Manila. Y'all act like my cousin Shaq didn't dominate the NBA for decades. Y'all act like my whole
Cousin Shaq.
No.
My cousin Shaq.
No.
So I just want you to be clear. This is all I came to say. If you want to platform people like this, right? You just got to get it clear. It's fine having these conversations. Certain people don't deserve the fucking kindness that you are showing.
And
this
that's
person.
you.
That's all I'm saying. I think that everybody who hadn't seen that video might have a different fucking opinion. Okay,
if
Ray?
I wasn't worried about
And I swear to God, Ray, and the next time I fucking see you, I will feed you your
Dinner. I said, I'm going to feed you your dinner there, okay?
right, brother? That's all I came here to say. That's all I came here to say, okay? If you want to continue to platform this fucking bigot, that's on you. That you get all the smoke after this. That's fine. That's you guys. You get the decision. You get to have this conversation. That's fine. You just know that now you can't just play dumb and say, oh, but we're just trying to reach the other side. This is who you're trying to reach right now, okay? That's fine. That's fine. Ray, I hope you chill.
Have the day you deserve. I said, I hope you have the day you deserve there, too, okay?
Okay, cool. Can I explain that now? Can I have the floor? And I will do it calmly, okay? Because I think he's talking about the main joke where I said cousin Shaq. That is literally a Pete Davidson joke in a roast. Like, go back and see it. Like, comedy is a very subjective thing.
I mean, if I'm gonna keep it a buck though, that was pretty racist though. Yeah, I do. But I will just straight up, like, whatever explanation you will give, I don't think is acceptable. Because I mean, to even like parallel a gorilla to another black man like Shaq, like, even if you're referencing something else, it's not acceptable. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I'm not going to apologize for that, zombie. It's a joke from Pete Davidson from a roast.
But it's like, so it's
most
okay.
of the jokes were from that. So I don't.
But it don't really matter where it's from though. Like, you're literally making a racial joke.
Yeah, so in conclusion, I do think that there is value in trying to reach people who feel differently than you and I. I don't think, however, that platforming disgusting bigots in an effort to reach those people is something that we need to be doing. Just a little postscript here. Ray, who you saw so confident, so unapologetic about that awesome joke he stole from Pete Davidson, would never apologize because comedy is subjective, took that fucking video down with the quickness today, didn't he? That's interesting. He also doesn't want to hear from me anymore. I trust you'll give him the message. Odd that this guy wants to fight people and then does that.
Good Trouble, shout out to you. I always say there's people like Ray, that bigoted ass coward Billy Bob. You think you're smart, intelligent, you think you say something stupid, derogatory, and racist, you think you get it with it. Internet lasts forever. There's people that was just a lot more smarter and savvier. We use this shit against you. And what you did is totally fuck up, very absurd and disrespectful, poor taste. Use a gorilla face mask and marking on it or somebody's a person of color and cousin Shaq and all that shit. Like that gorilla's like cousin Shaq, called, you know what I mean, cause dominant that case in the NBA and all that shit. You think that's kind of, your excuse is a comedy? You think it's people better let that fucking slide? You know this fucking fool is inappropriate to do that shit, Ray? But I'm glad Good Trouble called you out and showed it. One of the guys in your own peers with different points of view. I like to see you, Ray, and Good Trouble duke it out. Good Trouble will fuck your ass up. That's why you punked out. A lot of people want to take the opportunity to want to spar. But I know you're just a little punk ass bitch, like an all cowboy when it's act tough and all shit. Deep down you're just a little whiny ass bitch. Just like Trump. So this is also directed to that host, Mercedes. I've been listening to your video content, former MAGA and all. So you want the people that was MAGA get along with people on the left, right? You know, I understand. I could definitely relate with Good Trouble would say, what the fuck I get along with this racist son of a bitch who do the inappropriate video set like that? Man, get the fuck out of here. I would do a bit more militant than Good Trouble. Let's leave it like that. Zero tolerance people like that. Put that video and you're thinking I gotta go along with somebody like that, like Ray with that bullshit. Oh hell no, Mercedes. You had and I tag you too, Mercedes. You have a lot of explaining to do to the people on that live. Especially I was listening to another live most moments ago today that people was complaining you dropped them off so soon before they had a chance to say something about that video. You dropped them up so you don't want to have a little friction. You don't want no confrontation on your live. What you do your live is your live, but doesn't look good on you for you. Just leave it like that. Yeah, it don't. So, and I always straight this people in real life for decades, well, since I was a youngster, through this technology we have in social media, right? For your white ringers, you think you're smart, you're savvy, you think you know everything, you think nothing's be invincible, you think you talk out of shit. There's always people a lot smarter and savvier that you fucking realize, and if you do, they could use the stuff that you pulled out and use it fucking against you. I seen that since my childhood. I live in New York, and through real life and social media like TikTok and other applications. You got to keep it humble. Yeah. So it's an old school saying. If you cannot say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Don't say shit. You just don't say it inappropriate. Because of the consequences you do put out a video or run your fucking mouth. Real life or internet. Ray, you fucked up. If I would have known all about your types or your Billy Bobs, your racist, cowardly, racially cowardly, some of the bitches like yourself, Ray. And Mercedes, you gotta do a lot of explaining. You know, I follow you. You say you're forming and all that. I'll try to get the benefit of the doubt, even though should not fucking take this so fucking long to wake up. But better late than never. But with this shit, a little against the video, and I went to another live, and a lot of people that complained that you dropped them up too soon, because you don't want a little friction with so-called still people on the right. Doesn't look good for you. People would probably think you're just a fucking hypocrite for clout chasing. I don't know more about you, Mercedes, but I just see what I see on that live, And I see that's the reason why they jump on you, thanks to this stitch from Big Trouble. And Big Trouble, I mean Good Trouble, I mean, seriously, why call you Big Trouble? Big Good Trouble. It should be the Big Good Trouble, because boy, you bought some good trouble, man. Really big. So, or maybe that should be a good new username, Good Trouble. So, sorry, man, your name, your username, but sorry, man. You're swell, gentleman. You keep your content. You put no bullshit, and I don't blame y'all. Why we need to get along somebody like that little fucking bitch, Lane Ray Ray? Just saying.
Because right before Good Trouble went up there, Snow the Product was up there telling the same shit. None of them heard what either one of y'all said. Like, they didn't care. They just cared about the clout that they were receiving. That's why, you know, this whole Unfuck America tour was bullshit from the start. Like, it was bullshit from the start. I mean, after seeing that video that Good Trouble posted, they still continued to platform that man afterwards. It just shows where they stand. And that's why this entire situation was bullshit from the start. And people mad at Peyton looked like he was telling the truth.
Disgusting bigots in an effort to reach those people is something that we need to be doing.
My personal 2 cents, if anyone cares. I understand the sentiment, not want to fucking deal with those people just because they're fucking who they are and what they stand for. But every time I do think about that, I always remember Daryl Davis, who platforms and sits down with Klansmen, has been able to get over 200 Klansmen to leave their robes. In fact, when they leave Daryl their robe. Over 200 people he's gotten people to leave. And this is, like, you know, I understand the sentiment of not want to fucking, you know, we should not fucking be dealing with these people. But unfortunately, it looks like they're fucking taking over, man. I don't know if you've been paying attention to social media, but the social media on TikTok, social media on Twitter, it's just everything's so goddamn racist now. And they're winning the message war. They're radicalizing people. I'm watching it on a daily basis. We're gonna have to fucking talk to them. I don't know. Because whatever the fuck we're doing for the past 10 years, well, here we are.
Is what it looks like when a white person cares more about their bag than they do about protecting the rights of marginalized people, especially black and brown folks. You know, I had no intention of saying anything online about the Mercedes Chandler situation, but then a bunch of my followers sent me this clip over the weekend.
We're in a different space. We're in a space that I think would probably offend a lot of people on the left because we're trying to hear what conservatives are saying, where other people don't want to hear what conservatives are saying because they automatically write it off as disrespectful. Rightfully so, it's a place to think that's for sure. But I want to know why they think like they think, and to know why I have to hear what it is they think. What is that disrespectful opinion that you have, and how can I engage with it?
Honestly, I'm just going to say everything that just came out of Mercedes' mouth, complete bullshit. And I say that as the woman that is known in part for having an entire series centered around teaching other people on the left how to appeal to conservatives in defense of left and left-leaning values. So I am no stranger to having the goal of organizing people on the right to move them leftward. That is what I have dedicated much of both my personal life and my career to doing. But you won't ever see a single one of the conversations that I have with people on the far right on my TikTok. You won't see them happening on live because what I'm actually trying to do is actually organize them and actually move them to the left. What you are attempting to do, Mercedes, is you're attempting to monetize those conversations. Those are very different things. There is no world in which platforming a man who is still actively creating MAGA content, his most recent videos include him wearing a MAGA hat and talking about things like attacking feminists, attacking people who are pro-choice, going after the left in general. You know there is no world in which platforming that guy, giving that guy more of an audience, does anything to grow progressive power, which is your stated purpose of the Unfuck America tour. Not mine. That's not how I described the tour. That's how you described the tour. That's how the website still describes the tour. And look, if you want to monetize platforming racists, if that's how you want to make your money, if that feels good to you at the end of the day, baby, you do you. But don't fucking bullshit people on here and claim that you're doing it out of a place of organizing, because that is destructive to organizing and to the movement as a whole. This is not what organizing looks like, and you fucking know that. There are so many extremely talented organizers out there, some of whom have a public profile and some of whom do not, that spend their time, have dedicated their lives to bringing people back from the brink of far-right extremism. But none of them monetize those initial conversations because they realize how extremely dangerous it is to give those ideas a megaphone and project them out to our broader audiences. We, as people with platforms, have a responsibility to handle those platforms and handle those audiences responsibly. And if you aren't up to the task of that responsibility, then stop fucking calling yourself a political organizer and stop fucking asking people for money as if you are doing political organizing, because this is not what that looks like. You should be ashamed of yourself. I am deeply, deeply ashamed of you. And to answer all of the questions that I got in my DMs, no. What Mercedes and Z are doing is not in any way what I am talking about in my series on how to appeal to conservatives for leftist values. This is the exact opposite of that, and it is disgusting and pathetic. This is what it looks like when a white person cares more about their bag than they do about protecting the rights of marginalized people, especially Black and brown folks. Period. This is what it looks like.
I don't know who this creator is, but it looked like you were trying to hold back your laugh, white woman. That's what it looked.
Sis, that white woman right there is named Mercedes Chandler. Let me tell you a little bit about Mercedes Chandler. Mercedes Chandler shows up in my fucking comments about 9 months ago. And you could tell by the way that she was making these comments, she didn't quite fucking get it. How much she didn't get it, I didn't spend the time to actually dig because, well, you know where my content is centered. Then she hits my fucking DMs and she's like, hey, saw your content, thought it was great. Notice that she followed me and she tells me I am gathering Black and non-Black people of color who make content to help them develop their content, increase their following, blah, 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 blah. Would love for you to join in. Well, you already know I'm not on TikTok to be TikTok famous, and I don't need no white woman curating my fucking words. So I politely declined, keep on fucking moving. Well, a little bit down the road, Mercedes Chandler's name pops up again. This time, Mercedes Chandler's name pops up in anti-trans rhetoric. So you already know I don't fuck with that shit. Yes, Mercedes Chandler is one of those LGB fuck the T type gay people who is a conservative. Okay, she says she's a reformed conservative, but we already fucking know what that means is she just didn't want to vote for Donald Trump this time. But the bitch is still holding on to transphobic rhetoric and beliefs, anti-Black, racist rhetoric and beliefs, and she's not really a friend to anyone who's not just like her. Yes, classic fucking deadly weaponizing your white fucking tears as European American woman, just as common as they fucking come. And now her shit's kind of blowing up in her face. That's great. I love to fucking see it. Any of them out here talking out of both sides of their fucking neck, clamp down on both sides. Snuff them the fuck out. Now you know exactly who that white woman is.
And I don't know who this creator is.
You know, I think it's actually high time people that looks like me really need to calm down, chill, and look into people in and out before deciding that, okay, this person is actually well trusted. The thing is that I personally I have been, following this lady too on the social platform, and she was a former MAGA supporter, and all of a sudden she migrated to the other side, and she has, always been on the case of this election, not voting for Trump and all of that. She's, in solidarity with black people and thereabout. And all of a sudden, this life does, proper for you, which she knew deep in. Though what she was trying to do was to match that bridge of both Republican and Democrat, or she's just trying to, make a bridge of free and cis and all of that. So with that being said, she decided that she was going to go on live, you know, inviting these people to come on live so that they can discuss some pressing issue that has to do with everything happening right now. But unfortunately for her, she decided to also add a pink colored person who was who, like, I also be following the said man who exposed this Ray and this person. So when she added, I think he was like, please, before I continue, there are some people whom I wouldn't appreciate to be on this life with me because of the kind of person I am and because of what I represent. And I wouldn't blame this, pink colored man for saying that. There are some people whom, are just there to tempt you or are just there to stain your white, And the thing is that he decided to expose his kind of person. There are so many people who are just like the ones that is being exposed right now, and there are so many pan-colored women, more specifically, who is also like this pan-colored woman right now. You know, because if you were not aware of someone and this person's character and all of that, and all of a sudden somebody is trying to expose this person, she was all there smirking and like she could have just, oh, this is just so wrong, and try to, like, remove that man immediately from the life. But she was trying to hold her smile while he was all displaying that kind of stuff. But she claimed to be in solidarity because I think she's among this LGBTQ and she has a partner who happens to be a black wife. I hope so. And the whole scenario is just so it's pissed. And the thing is that after the live, she went on her platform and started, castigating people, started, running her mouth, and she was not coming for people for coming for her. Like, she was trying to defend herself, but in doing so, she was not seeing anything wrong with what she did, even though her own people were calling her out for actually bringing or putting someone like that in a platform, someone of that nature that is known for his ray and cis, that is known for the, like, this person. Oh my god. And now this same woman in her platform, like, running, and she was like, oh my god, the people, oh, get off it. She was not showing the kind of person that she is. There are so many things that you shouldn't bring online, just like the way at which her own sister said, even if they are still advocating for peace and unity and all of that, there are some kind of people, there are some specific kind of people that have been rooted in variances that you shouldn't even give an audience to. You shouldn't give a privilege to come show more of their variances. Those are the people that public shouldn't even get notice of, because those kind of people will actually maybe go ahead to spoil what you are trying to build, the unity or unifiement you're trying to create, or whatsoever her intention was. So bringing that man in picture actually ruined everything. And for her to, to, like, okay, let's just continue. Like, even when this man finished talking and left, she was supposed to, like, oh, okay, I think you are not needed for now until when you already disconstruct whatsoever thing that you have inside of you. But she decided to keep on making videos with her with his or her wife or whatsoever. No, I'm not really into this LGBT. I don't know what to like repair her or he or she or whatsoever. She continued to prove why she has to do that. People like this said man who comfortable can actually say a matter of things about people that looks like me shouldn't interfere with you that is trying to maybe erase yourself from your former life, from the person that you used to be, if you are looking for healing and moving forward. I think that is why this other man was like, okay, don't get me involved if you're going to get this person involved, because I know the kind of person that this person is, and because of what I represent, I don't want to be associated with people like this. There are people like that, you should respect that fact, you know and now this whole thing is just causing a lot of controversy on the social platform. She's out here defending, using her black wipers. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section for you think of this video. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like this video, share, leave your opinion of what you think, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.